Hi, this is Charlie giving you Friday's market commentary. I hope you're very well. Well, I haven't got very long today. I've got until around about 9. Well, I've got to be out the door at 9:30, so I haven't got very long if I'm going to be able to get any live trading done today or not. I do not know. But it's currently 7:42 a.m. and we'll just see what's going to happen. See if I can find anything. The euro's just rolling over a little bit here, so you never know. There might be something there on the euro, but we'll have to see. So, but in the meantime, while we're waiting, I'll have a quick look at the daily charts. And as you can see, the euro's really got sloppy this week in light of what's going on in Cyprus. It's got really indecisive and just up day down day, up day down day. It's made it very choppy. If we actually take it to an hourly chart, it makes it. And I zoom out a little bit, it gives you a perspective of what happened after the downwards flush. That was late Sunday night when the markets opened on Sunday night. Then essentially we've just been in this horrible trading choppy range all week, which has been a bit pointless, to be perfectly honest with you. So it's not been the best. But on the daily charts here, if I just extend the channel, we've still got this trend channel that we're in. So we could still go either way. We can go up or down. Like I've been saying, ultimately it will want to break this at some point. But much like that S&P channel, this could carry on to the downside for a reasonable amount of time yet. So we'll have to see on the euro with regards to that. Let's have a look at the pound. Now the pound's obviously come right back up into that original channel that I've been talking about for weeks and weeks, and it's having a half decent run. I'm in a small position on a long, which I've been in. I think I got triggered in on overnight on Sunday night. Funnily enough, I'm still in it. It was only a small position so far, and I'm just going to see if it can carry on running up, and so we'll see about that. But so far, so good. Wouldn't surprise me if cable had a bit of a retracement at some point. It's had a good run here from down at 48.50 or whatever it was down there to 151, as you can see at the moment, 80. So it's put in a 300 pip bounce anyway, and so it wouldn't surprise me to see a bit of a retrace. But we'll have to see about that one. But ultimately, I do still see the potential for us to come up to this trend channel line, the daily 50 moving average as well. So ultimately, I'm still seeing the potential with the pound, although we could see a flush down. We could see a flush down at some point as well. So we'll have to see. Let's have a look at the S&P. We're not supposed to be doing the S&Ps at this on a Friday, I don't think. But yes, obviously that's backed off again as well because of some of this news that's been out this week. So again, it's still trading within this trend channel. I'm still looking for it to come up to and hit those all-time highs. I know the Dow's already done it. Like I've said, the warnings are there with that divergence that I've been talking about on the other updates with the number of stocks on the New York Stock Exchange trading above their 40-day moving averages. There's fewer of them participating in this latter rally over the last month than there was back in January, February. So there's a bit of a divergence there, a weakening of market breadth there. But we'll just have to see whether this is going to break. And obviously, if we start to break this trend channel line, if we do come down to the trend channel and start to break, then possibly there's a bigger move at play. But ultimately, I'm still seeing. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm still seeing that potential for this year to get up and break those all-time highs. Right, okay, let's go into. One customer asked me to have a look at Apple actually this week. So because he put it on the blog and said, "Oh, would you mind having a look at Apple?" So let's have a look. And so this is a weekly chart here. So obviously Apple's had a pretty good run down since late summer last year, from $700 an ounce an ounce. I'm not talking about gold here. From $700 down to 400 or so. And so where are we now? Well, trend's obviously down even on the weekly chart at the moment. Let's have a look at the monthly. Monthly, it's just a pullback within the overall bullish move. But let's take this down to a daily and probably have a look at where we are on the smaller time frame. And on the daily chart, we could probably just put a trend channel line on. Let's put a trend line on, sorry, not a trend channel line. So if I put a trend line on. Now, if Apple's got a chance of a breakout, if it can break this trend line, then you can start then looking up at some more upside potential. All the time it's below here, and if it can't break that, then it could roll again. But the way it's consolidating just underneath at the moment is a potentially good sign. So we'll see what happens there, but certainly that's a potentially a good sign that if it just carries on consolidating here for a couple of days. It's already done it a few days here, and then it goes for a break. Then that could have a decent break out to the upside. First target would be that 100-day moving average, which is my blue dotted line up at around about currently just over $500. Right. Okay. So that's Apple. Right. Let's get this back to the currencies. Euro dollar. So not too much going on just yet on euro dollar and the pound. That's the pound there on the 5-minute time frame. And so we shall press pause and come back to this. Okay, so it's now just 9 o'clock and news is broken for the Eurozone news. This has come out at 9 o'clock. Just going to see how we how we close here at the end of this candle, and then see if we can get a trade off. I've got to be out of here by 9:30, so I've got about just over 25 minutes to find a trade, execute it, and get out of it if we can, and get this video update all set to go out. So we're just going to see what's going to happen here. So I'll just wait for a few minutes, see how this candle closes. Okay, so it put a spinning top candle in there, so still a lot of indecision there. So I'm just going to wait for a couple more minutes, and momentum's sort of switching around to the upside, but it's not the best of looking charts overall. So I'm pushing it to try and find a trade here this morning, but I'll give it a few more minutes. Okay, so if we close out of a positive candle here, I'm just going to enter some trades because we'll have positive momentum across the board. It's not pretty across my momentum charts by any means, but I do see the potential for euro to come up higher anyway. So if we close out at the end of this 5-minute candle, which is in 30 seconds, then I shall take a long here. Well, we've closed out this candle, but we still haven't got the momentum coming on the 5-minute charts at this stage, so it's still looking that I can't really do much just yet, so I'll carry on waiting. Okay, so the momentum is coming in now, so it looks like it's in now across the board. So still aggressive, but I'm going to look to get some entries in. There's one in at 22, and what I'm probably going to have to do is leave these, and because I'm going to be going in 15 minutes time, so we'll see what happens yet. But looks like I may have to leave them. I've got one entry in so far. See if we can get a couple more in. But see if we can get a bit of a runner on this euro dollar. So that's what I'll be looking for. So a run up to yesterday's highs up at 129.55. So there's a bit of scope there. Let's get a second one in at 22 and see if we can get a bit of a move going. So let's see if we can get a couple more in. I've got someone stood next to me at the moment, folks, so he's very impatient, but okay, a friend of mine, we were off for the weekend, and he's waiting for me. So anyway, so I've got two in. Just seeing if I can get some slightly better prices. There we go. There's three. I've got an entry there at 21 now, and now I appreciate where I'm buying this right into pretty much the hourly 50. Okay, there's four. The hourly 50. Let's have a look here. Hourly 50 MA. We're right into that, but there's good momentum. I'm looking for this breakout. I'm looking at this a bit more holistically this morning to see if we can get a break. I'm going to put my stop down here at 90, so I'm giving it a 30 pip stop, and just seeing if it's going to if we can run. So I'm going to put all that in, and I'm probably going to call this a wrap and put targets in up towards that 55 level. And if it goes up to 55, that would be a nice day. If it comes down to 90, then it's not such a nice day. But that's all I can do today. Right. Have a great... Actually, no, I'll press pause for now, just in case it comes up in the meantime. So we've got a few minutes to go. Okay, so I'm in this trade. Like I said, sorry, it's not 30 points at risk. It's 20 points at risk, isn't it? From 129. God, I'm being too distracted by John here today. So I'm done. Like I said, I've got some targets up there. I put targets in at 39 at the daily R1, and then at 55 at yesterday's highs. So we'll see how these get on with that. I'm going to leave you to it. Have a fabulous weekend, and we'll be back in touch next week.